Greetings and salutations. What's going on, my beautiful people? Let's get into the next topic. So, the U.S. government has shut down. Yes, the U.S. government has shut down. It is the first month, October. If a lot of people don't know, they probably don't. October is when federal government received the new monies, okay? The new fiscal year starts October 1st for federal agencies, right? So when I was in the military, you would get the new money on October 1st, okay? Anything dealing with the federal agency, the new money occurs on October 1st. That's basically the first of the year. Like January 1st for us, when we celebrate Happy New Year, it's a new year for the federal government, October 1st. All right, this is when they come together, Republicans and Democrats and independents, and they vote on what money is going to be used for what. All right, this is supposed to be the smart, intelligent people, and they're going to say, hey, we need $1 billion towards healthcare. We need $1 billion towards, you know, police and federal agencies. We need something billion towards military, stuff like that. They vote and they get the bill passed, and then that way the money is allocated to the departments and keep the United States of America moving. That's basically what it is. All right, so if you don't know, now you know. All right, shout out to Biggie. Now, when a bill is not passed and they go through a shutdown, bad things can happen, right? So during a government shutdown, essentially services related to national security and public safety, like inpatient and emergency medical care, air traffic control, law enforcement, border security, disaster aid, and power grid maintenance continue, though they may face disruptions. All right. So most of these companies, they still going to continue to operate, but if it goes on for a very long time, people get furloughed. They just get a little bit of money. All right. Not very good. All right. I want all my money. I don't want just a little furlough paycheck. All right. Here it is. During a government shutdown, employees who are not required to work under one of the expectations above that I stated may not even volunteer their services. Employees not required to work are furloughed. That is placed on non-pay, non-duty status until the shutdown ends. And being furloughed is not cool because, yeah, you might get some type of money. Some is better than none. But if you are majority of Americans living check to check and that check ain't full, you are going to be struggling. And then you're going to be telling y'all these people, y'all need to hurry up and vote and pass the daggone bill so I could get my monies to support my family and everything. Yeah, it sucks. It does suck. You know what I'm saying? So, what agencies still work during government shutdown? Like I said, air traffic control, TSA, CBP, which is Customs and Border Patrol, and the military, all right? Because we still need to be safe. This is why I really believe federal agencies and federal employees, they need to be getting paid a lot of money, all right? Because when it's still a shutdown, people still flying, you still need TSA workers to come, all right? There's a shutdown, you still need border patrol agencies, ICE, all these agencies. You still need the police departments and sheriffs and police officers and deputies. You know, you still got to fight crime. Just because it's a shutdown don't mean criminals is going to be like, oh, it's a shutdown, we going to chill. Nah, they going to act the fool still. You know, there's a lot of demons out here. So, you know, it's a shame that the Republicans and Democrats can't come to an agreement to allocate the monies, because the country suffers over people sitting at the top who can't agree. And that's the truth, man. That's really the truth. All right. So from my understanding, the shutdown happened because the Democrats and the Republicans couldn't agree on the money towards health care. I don't know if that's the main reason, but I got a video clip of J.D. Vance, which is our vice president. Love J.D. Vance, very intelligent man. He said that the reason why is because Democrats wanted billions of dollars to be allocated towards health care, but here's the caveat. They wanted it to also help illegal aliens. All right, think about that, y'all. People who don't belong here, they want the money to also assist people who don't belong here. Your money, my money. So there was a disagreement. The bill wasn't passed. All right. So somebody needs to bow down so the bill could be passed. It's just that simple. All right. It's just that simple. All right. So hopefully this shutdown doesn't last too long and we could proceed on. But if you don't believe me, I'm going to let our Vice President, J.D. Vance, tell y'all out his own mouth, because I don't just come on here and just make stuff up. I come on here and I say and give the information that I receive through reading and watching, but I just give it to you in a little entertainment fashion, a little street fashion, because, you know, I like a little bit of shenanigans and entertainment. But hopefully we get this shit taken care of, because I know people who work in federal and state prisons. I know people who are Army soldiers. I know National Guardsmen. So, you know, I don't want them to suffer. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, let me know what you think. All right. So before y'all go, here's a news clip of our Vice President J.D. Vance explaining to y'all why this is happening. All right, take a listen.
What they have done instead is to shut down the government because we won't give billions of dollars to healthcare funding for illegal aliens. That is what has actually happened. To the American people who are watching, the reason your government is shut down at this very minute is because, despite the fact that the overwhelming majority of congressional Republicans and even a few moderate Democrats supported opening the government, the Chuck Schumer AOC wing of the Democratic Party shut down the government because they said to us, we will open the government, but only if you give billions of dollars of funding for healthcare for illegal aliens. That's a ridiculous proposition.